All right, well, there's Gann. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Nicole.
Great. And you know what? This is very interesting to me because, it's something that people don't think about. They might be out there just digging in their garden or something like that, but they really need to take this into consideration to call 811 because it's all about pipeline safety. Talk to me about this.
That's correct. People are digging in their yard. There's contractors digging, putting in pipes or putting in sewer systems. And it used to be in Texas there were 3 call centers you'd have to call, and there were 3 different numbers, and they were 1-800 numbers. And recently, in the last couple of years, the United States government had put the new 811 number in across all the states. So now all you have to do is remember 811. So if you're going to do any type of digging, if you're going to put a tree in your yard or put a sprinkler system in or a fence, you call that 811 number. It's free. They'll notify all the utilities in the area, and they'll come out, locate, and mark all the lines for you.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. What exactly does 811 do as far as it has utilities companies come out and kind of survey the land? So you want to probably do this maybe a couple days ahead of whenever you are planning to plant that tree or do some construction work, correct?
That's right. So we want to give them 48 hours notice. So you call the 811 number, an operator will answer the phone. They'll take some information from you. They'll get your address, ask what you're going to be doing, ask what area you're going to be doing your digging. They'll send that information over to the gas company, the electric company, the cable company. They'll come out and locate the lines, and you'll be able to see where they're at. So when you're doing your work, you won't dig into them.
Wow. How often, let's say I called 811 a couple months ago, how often would you want to call?
You want to call before you're going to dig.
Anytime.
Yeah, if you're putting, like I said, a tree, or you got a fence contractor, a pool, you want to make sure they're calling because some contractors might not call the number. And number one cause of pipeline accidents in the state of Texas is excavator damage. So we get a lot of contractors putting in pools or fences that don't call to damage the line. Next thing you know, we have an emergency. We have to come out there. So to avoid that, a customer can look out and ask the contractor, have you called 811 to make sure my lines are located?
Absolutely. And talk about the alliance that's been put together, that everyone's kind of coming together to make sure that there is that pipeline safety.
Okay, I work for CenterPoint Energy, and we're part of an alliance, as you call it, that said the Texas Pipeline Awareness Alliance. Okay. We call it TPAA for short, so it's easier to say. But we have a website out there. It's pipeline-safety.org. The group came together to talk about pipeline safety messages, everything from call before you dig, how to recognize a pipeline emergency, what to do when you have a pipeline emergency, and a little bit of encroachment around where not to put fences or houses over pipelines.
Now we have the website up right now, 811 pipeline/safety.org. Now, can you also inquire, instead of calling 811, can you go to the website, or is it they would direct you to 811?
Yeah, 811 is when you're going to call before you dig, so you'd want to call that. You can go to the pipeline, the website to get more pipeline safety information about how to recognize and react to pipeline emergencies.
All right. And real quick, as we head to break, I want to ask you one more question. That is, why is it so vital in today's world to do this, whereas maybe 50 years ago it wasn't as important?
Well, there's a lot of activity. There's a lot of homes tied together. There's a lot of pipelines and cable TV, electric lines underground now. So, and as I said earlier, the number one cause of incidents in the state of Texas is excavator damage around pipelines.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it for that information. Good information.